Chapter 1. The mosquitoes buzzed around everyone in thick clouds through the humid air, and the intense smell of rotting vegetation nearly made Catherine lose her breakfast as she dismounted from her horse. From the looks on the faces of the other cadets, they felt the same way, except for Donald. Donald had told them all earlier that he grew up not that far away from this place, and he seemed right at home and comfortable as he adjusted the staff secured to his back after dismounting from his horse. Catherine studied the landscape around the company. They were on the edge of a large marsh filled with stunted craggy trees, tussocks of large blade razor-sharp grasses, and filled with shallow, stagnant water. The ideal spot to come out for a hunting trip if you're looking for bugs and toads. The sun was a good handspan above the mountain peaks, and Rin adjusted her shield to sit in a more comfortable position on her back as she waited for the rest of the company to arrive and dismount. She then stood with her hand resting on her hilt of her longsword as she waited for Donald to join her. "Good morning, Fort."
"Looks like it, Rin."
All the cadets shortened her name to Rin, as if putting the Cath in front was too much effort to say. She preferred it that way herself. Only strangers or those who thought themselves above her ever called her Catherine. Donald was wearing hardened leather and scale armor with the green and brown Blackwatch cadet surcoat, just as she was. The only difference in dress between them was that Donald only carried an iron-shod wooden staff secured to his back by his harness and a dagger, whereas she had a sword and shield. "How are you feeling?" Rin couldn't help but ask. Her stomach was busy churning away and had been since she'd gotten up that morning. Today was going to be a big day, a turning point for the rest of their lives.
"A little nervous."
"As long as we stick together, we'll be fine." "These are the dagger thorns, Rin. They're unpredictable, which is why the Blackwatch holds their proving trials here. You know that." "Yeah, I know, but you grew up around here. You have an edge over the rest of us."
"Well, there is that."
Donald gave her a sheepish smile.
"Remember our promise, Rin. We are to come out of this together."
A loud caw sounded above them, and Donald automatically ducked as Peck, Rin's pet crow, swooped down to settle on the pommel of Rin's now empty saddle.
"You're letting Peck come with you?"
Donald made no effort to hide the annoyance he felt. Rin knew that Donald and Peck didn't get along, but Peck being a Napoleon crow with a personality and attitude all of his own, it was hard to force Peck to do whatever he didn't want to do, and he didn't want to stay behind when he could be out stretching his wings. "No, he's not doing the proving with me, are you, Peck?" Rin reached up and scratched the crow under his neck feathers on the back of his head. The bird adjusted his head so that Rin's fingers scratched just the right area, and he let out a creen of pleasure. "Hey, Rin, you wouldn't mind scratching me behind the ear like that, would you?" "Shut it, Banner," Rin shouted back as she jerked her hand away from Peck and turned to face the group of new cadets who had just arrived. Peck let out an indignant squawk and glared at the interlopers who had just interrupted his scratch.
"Just ignore them, Rin. They just want to put you off because you're the best warrior in our class,"
Donald warned her as he grabbed her shoulder to get her attention back.
"You also know that Banner has a thing for you."
"No, he doesn't. Banner only has a thing for himself. If he's interested in me, it's only because having me will make him look good." Rin heard Donald snigger in response. "Anyway, Banner is all looks, no substance. Let the keep girls gush after him, and let the people who really know him avoid him like he's got the plague."
"All right, Rin. He's just been making my life a little difficult lately because he knows we want to be proved together."
"And he's afraid that because you're a man that I'm going to swoon in your musky presence and succumb to your wily seductions?"
"Something like that."
Rin snorted. "We've known each other since we were 7. You're like a brother to me, Donald."
"I know that, and only mages and warriors can be paired together in the proving. So Banner is hoping that you'll get matched with one of the female mages."
"Someone like Lily or Gaia? I think not. They're way too bows and ribbons for my taste, Donald."